What is up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of Coop's Corner Podcast. Thank you, everybody who's tuning into this episode. If you're watching live on YouTube, if you're listening on Podomatic or iTunes or SoundCloud, Podbean, wherever this is broadcasted, thank you, everybody, for tuning into this episode because we have a great episode for you guys today with a good friend of mine who's also a fellow comedian in Vancouver. His name is Ryan McQuillan. He's a big sports guy like myself, so this was a really fun interview. And first of all, I want to thank each and every one of you who tune into all the episodes I've been recording lately with all the comedians. So I want to thank all the comedians who have been coming on my podcast because my job is to try and help you guys as well get noticed as well. That's kind of my thing is, if people want to pop on my podcast and get a little bit known, then sure, why not? We broadcast everywhere. We do things live on Periscope sometimes, and like you guys saw the interview with Jackson Argos, wonderful interview with him. If you guys haven't checked it out, go check it out. Last few comedians were great. Ed Hill, I want to thank Ed Hill very much. Very funny guy. Go check him out. The interview is on iTunes, and I'm going to be putting it on YouTube here, but I just I've been having trouble finding the file. That's my only issue, is I've been having trouble finding the file for it. The other comedians I had recently were Robert Pang and Tanner McCoolman. Go check that interview out if you guys have not yet. And I have a lot more plans to try and bring other comedians on this show. So if you guys want to get noticed, please hit me up, coopscornerpodcast@gmail.com. Or if I'm doing an open mic or doing a set at a show, please just let me know that you're interested in coming on the episode. I know it's not for some people. They think it's waste their time, but I don't give a damn. I'm here to enjoy life and try and help others. So that's all I care about. So this episode, make sure you guys have something on hand, like a beer or water, if you guys are smoking weed or anything like that. Make sure you enjoy this episode, and feel free to follow Ryan after the podcast episode because I want to try and help these comedians also get noticed by my crowds or my listeners. That's what I would say. So here we go, everybody. Today's episode with comedian Ryan McQuillan. Enjoy. As my guest on this podcast episode, a nice friend of mine. He's a fellow comedian. Please welcome Ryan McQuillan, everybody.
Hey, how's it going, everyone?
Yeah, we're doing a handshake here. Yeah. Welcome to the podcast. Thanks finally for coming on, man.
Yeah, happy we could make it work.
Yeah, man. We've been trying to get you on the podcast for a while, but we're a little bit out of touch when it comes to the city. So,
yeah, you do most of your podcast guests live in Hope?
Not really. With my podcast, I love touring, man. I love touring. I love going around, getting different people. That's why I'm now in Vancouver trying to help out as much people as I can. But man, this isn't about me. This is about you. So please introduce yourself to my audience.
My name is Ryan McQuillan. I'm pretty new to Vancouver myself. I just moved here from New Westminster, and I've been doing comedy just about a year and a month now. Been doing a few shows here and there, looking to kind of make the jump in the next few months now that I'm downtown.
Oh, nice. So you say you've been doing it for a year and a month now, or just
yeah?
Okay, cool. So when you first started, how'd you get started and everything?
Well, I first had the idea for it when I was living in London, Ontario, a couple years ago.
Oh yeah, you're an Ontario boy.
No, I lived there for a year.
Just for a year?
Yeah, I graduated, and all my friends were kind of moving out of Victoria.
Oh, okay.
And I had some family over there, so I thought I'd try something new. And it turned out, apart from meeting my family, it just turned out into kind of a rough year for me.
Okay, I understand. I've been through one of those myself.
But I had the idea there I had a couple of jokes that I thought of, and maybe I'll try stand-up. But London didn't offer any good open mics.
Oh, okay. So London, Ontario, get some open mics going.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
And so I moved here, and I hopped on the Tinder in New West there.
That's the first thing you did.
It was one of the
you wanted to get on Tinder right away.
Absolutely. And so I went on a date with a girl, and she suggested Laugh Lion's Pro-Am night.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, and so we went there, and it was Dylan Reimer hosting that night. And afterwards, he's like, if anybody wants to give it a try, come talk to me after the show. And then I just kind of signed myself up for it. And then once you once you sign yourself up, you just got to commit, I think.
Hell yeah! So it was just a Tinder date that got you started then.
Yeah, there was no second date, but it got me into comedy.
No second date.
No.
Mostly, I'm not sure. I think I've only got accepted once on Tinder, and it was a bot.
Yeah.
So that's how much action I get from not even bots will accept me. Yeah. So I'm not very good with the Tinder game. So you moved to you're not in Westminster anymore.
No.
Is technically Westminster just outside Vancouver, or is that technically like still Vancouver?
I don't think it is Vancouver.
Okay.
It's because Burnaby is in between.
Okay.
So it goes Vancouver, Burnaby, then New Westminster, and New Westminster is just south of Coquitlam, Port Coquitlam.
Okay.
So it's not Vancouver, I don't think anymore.
Not even Coquitlam is Vancouver.
I have no idea, to be honest with you.
Neither do I. I'm still trying to test out the waters as much as you are here.
Yeah, some people I think will still call it like if they're coming from somewhere else, they're really like, oh, I'm going to Vancouver, but they're going to New West or Poco.
Okay. And how you liking it now in town? Because I'm trying to do the same thing as you right now for all the listeners out there. You know, I'm broke ass and Hope living there, and it's just expensive to come to Vancouver.
It's been great. I've only been here for about a week today. I'm living with my roommate Lauren. She's in the next room there. But it's been so fast. I haven't really felt settled in yet because I'm not finished unpacking. But
you're a busy man though.
Yeah. So we're working a 9 to 5. So
yeah,
and then drinking afterwards. So
absolutely. And how often are you doing stand up now?
I was doing it maybe once or twice a month for the year leading up.
Okay.
But then for the next month coming up, if you count tonight's open mic, I have 5 shows booked.
You're a busy man now.
Yeah.
Yes. You basically, so last year you basically did about an open mic once a month?
I would say closer to twice a month on average.
Okay.
So I've done it about, maybe 18 times.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what is it you usually talk about in your act? Or is it like mostly stories? Is it bullshit like mine is?
I don't know how to describe mine. It's a bit of bullshit, but I just... I don't know how to... I just talk like a man without empathy, I guess. Yeah. I talk about how I like getting blackout drunk. I talk about possibly having autism. I talk about... yeah, that one goes over well. I talk about feminism, but just in a way, how I'm a feminist.
Oh, okay.
Just in a way that totally misses the mark on feminism.
Right.
So, it's a very dry brand of humor, I think.
Well, I'm excited because I've been trying to catch your shows for a while, but the asshole I am, making me feel like an asshole every time I have to leave early.
And then there was the one time you got caught in the Greyhound out in Hope.
Oh yeah. No, the Greyhound has not been nice to us in the last few weeks. The Coca-Cola was closed down. I think. So that was really bad for a couple, 2-3 days.
I think a couple weeks ago, every single road leading into Vancouver was closed.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, it was an avalanche, wasn't it? I think.
Just snow, I think. Just things happening on it.
Jesus
maybe there was a road slide or mudslide. I don't know.
I don't know either. But either way, the weather's stupid sometimes here in Vancouver. It's mostly rain.
Yeah, it's way worse in London when I was there.
Really? London's worse?
Well, it got to minus...
London sounds like shitty.
Yeah, it got to minus 40, and then it would blizzards. But for some reason, people are able to take care of it a lot quicker, and so you can still walk around. As soon as it starts snowing here, I find that people don't know how to drive, and people aren't prepared for it. They don't have snow tires or chains, and so they're just going everywhere.
Right. So what other things do you like to do besides from comedy? Because I know you got your own little hobbies that you got off the side. You do a lot of sports, I know.
Yeah, I like to play sports. We're putting together an urban rec team for soccer.
Yeah, you do a lot of that. You're very active. So.
Yeah, you wouldn't know it by looking at me, but I do like I do like playing sports. Racket sports are my favorite. So squash.
Racket sports. Really?
Yeah, squash is my favorite one, and it's a tough game to sell to people because it looks really boring when you're watching it, but once you're playing it, it's a lot of fun. Tennis, badminton are a lot of fun. I like going to the gym, but it's been such a busy month, I've fallen out of it a little bit.
It sucks, man. Sometimes you can go to the gym, sometimes you can't. So for me, it's sometimes when I can afford it.
Yeah.
Membership is like $60 for me a month, so that's not too bad.
No, that's brutal, man.
Really?
You're paying too much.
What? It comes with for me. It comes with everything in the gym. It comes with a sauna. It comes with a hot tub pool.
Okay, if you're using that stuff, that might be worth it. But we got one downstairs in our building here, which nothing fancy. So I might try to make that work.
Okay.
If not, I'll see what the YMCA can do for me.
Do they like? Do they pay, or do you have to pay to use their gym here?
You do, but if you're broke like I am, you can show them your bills, and then they'll because their goal is to make it affordable, not make it cheap.
Oh, okay.
They have a rate for regular people, but if you show you can't afford that, they'll work with you and find something that they think is fair.
Nice, a handicap.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. I'm excited that you're finally here. So you do more sports. What do you watch mostly, like hockey or football? I know the racket stuff and that.
Yeah, the racket stuff isn't great to watch. I try to when I can, and especially I have a tournament coming up in March. But my favorite sport to watch is American football. Yeah. So every Sunday morning I'm on the couch. And then I also like soccer would be my second favorite to watch.
Really?
And I work in soccer.
Oh, okay. With the do you work with the Toronto FC or
no?
Not Toronto FC, Vancouver Whitecaps, right? That's what they're called here.
Yeah, I work for BC Soccer, and so we're not for profit.
Oh, okay.
And what our job is governing all non-professional soccer in BC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a good company. And then I also work for, or not work for, but then it goes basketball, then hockey. So hockey's at the bottom for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now, I wasn't really into hockey a lot, except for when they had their half season.
Yeah.
To me, I think that was the most exciting season they've ever had. One, there was like less games. Two, well, it's like all the teams were still like in a race at the bottom. Mm-hmm. I find it's sort of like football, where all the teams are starting to squeak their way and they only have 16 games.
Yeah, so there's more parity there. It's like there's less of a separation, unless you're the Browns from the top to the bottom.
The Browns. I'm excited what's coming up in the draft there. So I know you're a Baltimore Ravens fan.
Yep.
What's his face? Steve Smith is just retiring.
He has. We're getting Mike Wallace back, so we're loving the old guys.
Mike Wallace is re-signing with Baltimore now.
Yeah.
I'm a little behind with the news right now.
I think it's just a report, like he's rumored to be.
Oh,
Nothing's official, no pen to paper yet.
Okay, cool. I mean, the biggest thing I'm keeping my eye on is Kirk Cousins, so it's he's probably one of the top quarterbacks. I don't know where he's going.
Yeah, who's your team?
The Jets and the Seahawks.
That sucks.
Seahawks aren't too bad.
No,
but
Seahawks is good, but the Jets had Mark Sanchez and Rex Ryan in the same year.
You have no idea how much I'm made fun of. Because, I became a Jets fan as soon as Rex Ryan took over the team.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
So that was the first draft. Yeah.
Was it because of Rex Ryan?
It was actually the year before when Brett Favre joined the team.
Okay.
So as soon as the whole Brett Favre stuff happened, he went off. They got rid of their coach, and then they hired Rex Ryan, and then that's when I started watching more.
Yeah.
So I thought I was really on the Mark Sanchez bandwagon, and then oh god.
And then Mark Sanchez turned out to be Mark Sanchez.
Mark Sanchez, the butt fumble and everything. So let's go back to more of your comedy stuff because I know we got 20 more minutes. There's so many questions I got to ask.
Absolutely.
What is it you want to accomplish while you're doing comedy?
I don't know. I think I have a theory that everybody who does comedy, like everyone who signs up to get on stage and talk into a microphone, just so because on some level they just want to be heard.
Right.
And so comedy might be how we express ourselves best. And so I think comedy, it's almost therapeutic for me. I'm not necessarily looking to go pro. I wouldn't mind getting paid because extra money is always nice.
Right.
And it's sort of a good indicator of improving is how much you're wanted at shows.
Right.
So I think that's a good indicator. But for me, it's just nice to go up and kind of talk about myself. And even though I'm not telling personal stories, I think in a roundabout way, it's somewhat expressive.
Like you said, it's therapy for you, and it's therapy for me as well.
Yeah.
So you're not really looking to go big. You're just looking to therapy, just yourself, just relieve some stuff after work and that.
And it's fun for me. I'm lucky because I think I have a really good group of friends as a supporting cast, and so I have like 8 to 10 friends come out to every single show.
Okay, cool.
Which
you're a bringer, you're a show bringer.
Yeah, boosts my stock.
I don't have that yet. I don't have those friends. I gotta get on that.
I'm sure once I start doing more, they're going to show up less and less. Which once they get tired of my set.
That's the thing with comedians is when they got to practice your set over and over again, and sometimes you already know everything that it's like I don't want to listen to it anymore, kind of thing.
No, but they've been great, and they've gone a lot longer to a lot more of my shows than I thought anybody would. So
you originally started with 5 minutes, and now how often are you doing sets now? I think last time you did a show for 7 minutes.
That's the longest I've ever done it. I was at Laugh Lines.
Oh, okay.
And again, I brought a bunch of people, and so I think he came up to me. There weren't that many comics that night. He's like, "Hey man, we're trying to extend the show a little bit. Do you think you could do a 7?"
Really?
Yeah.
So it was on the spot, and were you prepared in anything like that?
I had a couple things, and I stretched it out, but that was back when I didn't have as much material that I was happy with, and so
you're giving me a lot of pointers right now. Yeah. So that's right now. I don't have much material, as you can tell. I don't even have 5 minutes. So for you, you're now working in like the 7 minute zone.
I think I could if I had a week's notice. I think I could do a 10.
Okay.
I think
cool.
I have that much material that I'm happy with. But I'm pretty confident in the 5 minutes that I have now.
Nice.
So
when you do your writing, how quickly is it for you to come up with stuff now compared to when you first started?
Pretty easy, I think. But my process is, I think, a lot slower than most other working comedians because I'm not pursuing it as hard as they are.
Right.
And so a lot of the times I'll have an idea when I'm at work and I'll scribble it down on a sticky note and put it in my pocket.
Right.
And then I guess since I do so many shows so they're so far between, I just kind of let myself, if I think it's truly funny, then it'll stick in my head and I'll keep wanting to do it. But if that idea fades away after a week or so, then I figure it's not meant for my set.
Right. Yeah, that's the thing with comedians. You just gotta try stuff out. How often do you like when you do your set? Is it like new stuff, every stuff, or do you keep some stuff in your set and then add in maybe just a few new stuff in the material? Or
I find it's changing less and less.
Okay.
So I started out. I always had the same closer.
Okay. Yeah.
And I still have the same closer, and it's a minute joke.
Oh, okay.
And so it's kind of nice to have that base.
Right.
And then I found a good way to tie onto that one, so now my closer is like a minute and a half.
Okay, cool.
And that leaves less and less room for not creativity, but for change up front.
Yeah.
And then I've come up with a couple bits that I'm happy with. And so I'm just going to start kind of reworking the bits and maybe throwing in different lines, taking out different lines, seeing what works. But I'm at the point where I'm refining it more so than changing it.
Okay. Okay. And where's the best place that you've performed so far? Like, everybody's got their own favorite places.
I've always liked Laugh Lines.
Is it a good crowd? Like, how many people are usually in the room there?
That's the thing. Laugh Lines, if you get a good-sized crowd, it's a good crowd.
Okay.
But sometimes they're on the smaller side, and
Right.
sometimes before they show up, you're not sure if there's going to be a show.
Okay.
But I think the other places I've done are 7 Dining Lounge for the One Hitter Quitter, and the what's the one we're doing tonight? The stand up and deliver.
Oh, okay. So they've got 2 different events there that happen at Stand Up and Deliver.
Yeah, they have the One Hitter Quitter, which is on the first Thursday of every month, and it's a competition.
Ah.
And I really like doing the One Hitter Quitter.
Okay, cool.
And I like doing goldies, but I like doing goldies.
Susie's nice. Shout out to Susie.
She runs a really good show.
Yeah.
She's a pro. So
the rooms here are starting to be really fun for me because I'm still trying to get used to them. I know Susie who runs Goldies. She does open mics on Thursdays, shows Fridays and Saturdays. I think sometimes I'm not sure about that. I could be wrong.
Saturdays is the Goldies Pro-Am night.
Aha, that's what I'm missing.
The comedy basement, and then Thursdays is the bomb shelter.
Oh, okay, maybe it's Fridays. I got mixed up.
Maybe I don't know. I haven't stopped into the Thursdays. I don't do too many open mics,
right?
Because I find that you're talking to a lot of comics there, and they're kind of more focused on what their set's going to be or how their set went.
Mm-hmm.
And I find when you do Pro-Am shows, there's more people there who are there to see comedy because they buy tickets and they're there to enjoy it, so they're more engaged.
Right.
I did one stand up and deliver, and I'd say it's the only time I truly bombed.
Okay.
And it was probably a bit of my set. It was probably a bit of what I just talked about, people not being totally engaged with the other comics on the stage. And then it was just, maybe I wasn't feeling it that night. So you can't bomb and blame the audience. Obviously most of it's on me.
Right.
But I didn't make it through the full 5 minutes. I was telling some jokes, and you could tell off the first joke that they weren't going to be feeling what I was putting down.
Right.
And so eventually after like 2.5 minutes, I'm like, okay, obviously none of us are enjoying this. So I'm just going to call it, let's make some noise for the next guy.
There you go. Oh, well, we've all got our bombs. Like, even when I'm doing my set, some jokes of mine are bombs.
It sucks.
It
sucks.
My act sucks. I'm kidding.
No, the bombing sucks. Yeah.
Well, especially because with comedy, it's whatever you want to talk about on stage, and just after getting the reaction from people, them knowing that they enjoy that, that's that feeling after that really sucks.
It's so subjective too, comedy, because you can tell that there's some people who do well every single night, and I think that's more of like maybe a technical standpoint. Maybe their brand isn't more universal, but what they do on stage, their confidence, their presence, their delivery, it's better. Yeah. But it's so hard to tell just based on brand of humor alone who's funnier.
Everybody's got their own different styles, and I'm still trying to find mine. But it's good that I'm being coached by a few people here. Were you coached by anybody or?
No.
You just went off and just started talking.
Yeah.
Have you taken any advice from other comedians or any other big comedians that maybe have given you advice that you've taken in or?
No, not really.
Okay. Just did everything on your own.
Yeah. Well, like I said, my friends are pretty good because they'll tell me if how I did and what I need to kind of do more of, and typically it's just being more confident on stage. Yeah. But if I'm in a competition, they might not necessarily vote for me. They'll vote for whoever they think is best.
Right. So that's the thing with competitions. You got to bring out as many people as possible because it's usually a voting thing for those. Yeah. Yeah. So that's one thing about our business is you got to bring out people in order to get booked.
Oh, absolutely.
So anybody listening, definitely be my friend and actually come out to shows instead of me being a loser. But
hey, last time. Except for the guy who won, the second and third place people, they didn't bring out anybody. They were just better.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So they were just really good comedians.
Yeah.
Nice.
I can't remember whoever placed third, but Kevin Helvete.
Okay, I'm still. I think I have him on Facebook.
Probably.
Yeah.
He's one of the couple comedians who are in a wheelchair.
Oh, okay. Yes. Okay.
And he kills it every single time.
Yeah.
He came second, and it's just because he was funnier than everybody else.
Yeah. I think I've seen him on that TV show on Shaw. Can't remember what the show is.
Good for him.
It's trying to help other comedians get noticed. So I think I saw him on an episode of that. Okay, so our time is closing. We've got maybe about 5 minutes until I got to close down this episode because I've got another interview that
2 in 1 day.
Yeah, 2 in 1 day is the busiest I find. Is there anything else that you want to mention to my audience? Like, is there where people can find you on social media, where people want to book you? If there's any shows that you want to do in the future in cities, maybe, that you want to reach out to?
There's one show that I really want to do, but I need to write some more dark material for it. It's the comedy Shocker.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I'd love to be able to go on that one. And there's Comedy on the Corner over at Benchmark. Okay. And so if they're listening to this, I'm literally a block away, so
we'll send them a copy.
Yeah, I can fill in a pinch. As far as social media goes, I haven't really started it up yet.
Okay, so you're still fresh in it. You're still trying to get out there with it.
I have Twitter, but I don't use Facebook so much because of the nature of my job. Right. I don't try to. I have some people that I need to be a professional in front of, so I think I might stick more towards the Twitter once I get it, and that's MC Quillan, EMCEEQUILLAN, McQuillan.
There's a graphic that will be showing everything.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't do that.
Yeah.
I don't leave my guests stranding with nothing.
I
want to make sure they look good.
I don't know how this works.
It's cool. Usually, whenever I bring people on, I make a little graphic of them, and I try to do whatever I can to try and advertise for their social media things. Justin, I did the same thing for Justin. It was fun, but he owes me some bread. he bakes a lot, so I.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you meant actual bread or bread as in money.
No, he owes me some bread. Actually, like he makes bread. So on the last podcast, he said that he would give me some bread, and unfortunately, we did that.
Yep. So if you're listening, Justin, Coop his bread.
Yeah. By the way, everybody, this guy's a great guy. So make sure you go follow him and follow his career, follow his social media. Go check out his stuff. I don't think we have anything for people to view for your stuff yet.
No, not yet. Maybe tonight.
We are gonna try and do a little recording for you. So I gotta make sure that we're able to do that
for sure. And a couple of key dates I have coming up are the 11th. I'll be at Goldie's Comedy Basement. That's a Saturday.
That's March 11th?
Yeah, March 11th.
Yeah.
And then March 28th, I'm doing the Comedy Mix, and that's one I'm really excited about. That's Tuesday.
That's the one I will be at.
And
I will be that.
There's going to be about 200 people there, and I'm nervous as fuck.
So, have you performed at Comedy Mix often?
No, the biggest I've done is 7 Dining.
Oh, okay,
and
cool.
that was when it had about 60, 70 people in there, so about 3 times as large.
I didn't know that room fills up that much.
It was a big one.
Wow.
Standing room only.
Oh, man. This is Sam's last night, so. All right, well, that's it for him, and thank you, Ryan, so much for coming on my podcast.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, come back on any time if you want to talk other stuff, because I'm glad we did this, and I gotta run and do the next podcast. So.
Absolutely. Say hi to Robert for me.
Yeah, absolutely, and we'll bring you on again next time. I'll bring some weird news, and we'll sit down and have some more chats.
Perfect.
Excellent. I love chatting with other comedians. So thanks again for joining my podcast, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Excellent.
Bye, everyone.
Wonderful, wonderful interview with Ryan McQuillan. Thank you, everybody who listened to that full episode of Coop's Corner Podcast. Before I end this episode, some upcoming dates for me that people will know about doing the stand-up acts. April 1st, I will be doing a gig at Rosedale Roadhouse. Very excited about that. April 7th, I'm actually doing a local show here in Hope, British Columbia. Very first time I'm ever performing in this town I'm in, so looking forward to that opportunity. So make sure you look out for those. And I'm starting to do a lot more open mics. So if you guys are in the Vancouver area and want to check out me at an open mic, Wednesdays, 7 Dining Lounge. They have open mics. Fantastic venue. And I encourage all of you to get out there more often and go check out this venue. Because first of all, there's no cover. Second of all, $5 beer drinks or $5 drinks sometimes for specials. I'm not sure what they have sometimes, but it's $5 special drinks. Great. 50-cent wings. Amazing price on the 50-cent wings. So if you guys want to have something to chew on there, cheap wings, and they're quite good. So make sure you enjoy that as well. So yeah, those are some upcoming dates for me. And thank you everybody for tuning into this episode of Coop's Corner Podcast, and we will see you next time. Have a great day, eh?